Welcome back to the Court Farm. We're in our oat field, getting the harvest started. We are doing cultivating contracts as well, same as before, using course play and auto drive just to smash through them to build up the bank balance. We've cleared a bit of the straw, mainly the straw out of the canola field and some of the bales out of this one. Not sure how much to keep at the minute, if I'm honest. We're not using a great deal of it in the improvised shed, so my thinking is we'll keep what I've put away and the rest we'll clear off the field at some point and sell it. It's not going to bring us in a great deal, but every little helps. Quite like that saying at the minute. It's very apt on this save. The linseed is looking awesome. We have spent a bit of cash on mineral feed, as that's the sort of only what would you call it, feed group in the pigs that we can't yet produce ourselves without the need for what's it called, well, we could have a pellet production, make beet pellets if such a thing exists. Can't remember if the one by Disturb does beet pellets. I think it's just hay. May well be other beet pellet productions. I can't recall. We can do the CCM, but as of yet, the improvised shed has not been given to me with a bale trigger. We'll leave it at that. So yeah, we're managing. We have had a couple more piglets, but not many, and none in the improvised shed, so that's fine at the moment. But yeah, pleased with how things are going. Now, I think once we've done this harvest for ourselves, we may look at contract, possibly. I'm thinking that we're alright. Everything else is just growing still. Pigs have been fed this morning. We do need, I'll tell you what we will do in this episode, we will get a slurry tanker and we will put a layer down on the canola field, or what was the canola field. I think that's a decent plan, just because then it is actually getting quite full. There's about 13,000 litres in there at the moment, and we don't want that to max out because I'm guessing it will impact on the pig's health. So we'll sort that today. Yeah, but otherwise we're just cracking on, really, taking the odd job here and there, topping up the bank balance. I've looked at the age of the pigs and there's none of them yet that are at an age where we can move them to the butchers. However, saying that, I was watching James Martin, the chef. Just a bit of easy nighttime watching. And he had got a pig farm. No, he hadn't. He got a butcher on from Yorkshire. And they were saying that they invented the Yorkshire sausage. Now, obviously, I think they did various different sort of consumer tests with people and got the flavour in and all that lot. But they were saying that they actually use more of the female meat rather than the male, because it's not quite as I'm going to say chewy. The female seems to be more tender. Let's just get ourselves set there like that. So I am tempted to start potentially selling some of the females as well, or moving some of the females to the butchers, just because we do get obviously quite a few of them. Once we've done this, we'll go and have a look at how many we could potentially move. But yeah, obviously that's then going to increase the throughput through the butchers. Obviously it made no difference to us, but I just thought it was quite interesting. So what we're going to do is I will get to a point where we are full, which is not going to be long. This is yielding pretty well. I'll grab the Richard Weston trailer and the JCB. We did manage to fish it out of the road ditch. And if you haven't seen it yet, I did do a short of that because I thought, you know what, it did just happen. It wasn't me messing around. I think I was potentially using the keyboard at that point to steer, and yeah, four-wheel steer and speed did not work well. So yeah, there is a short up with that, just as a bit of fun really, and to show you that, you know, I do quite frequently mess things up. Right, I'm rambling. Let me get the JCB and the trailer, and I'll see you when we are unloading. So first, 10,000 litres going into the trailer. Like I say, decent yield, smallish field, so I'm a poet. And I do know it? No, we'll leave that there. I'm definitely not a poet. Massey's cracking on after I remember to go and open the gate for it. So, yeah, gotta love Simple Inspector. And you can see it's 0 miles an hour and still got several seconds left. You know something is wrong. So let's now think, and what do we want to be doing? Turning on the combine. There we go. Always helps, I find. So I think what the plan is, we'll get this harvested, we will get it, we'll leave the straw to dry for a little bit. And then we will go and lease ourselves a slurry tanker of some description. Not sure which one we will go for just yet. We'll get the slurry as much as we can put onto field number 19, and then crack on, maybe do the baling. But yeah, just sort of pottering around today. We may look at the contracts to see if there's anything that grabs our attention. Yeah, we will see how we get on for time. Go. Did do an extra headland down at this end just because of the trees. And there we go. Only got 2 more passes, so it's not going to take us long at all. It should be a fair bit of straw off this. So I think that's going to be a nice little boost when the time comes. Not sure what we're going to do with the oats at the minute. We will see about... I think grain grist is going to need to be made. I think that's a decent way to help ourselves out and save on costs. So we need to check what we've got in the silo. We've got the wheat, although that's a food group in itself, along with corn that we could use. So yeah, we'll see. We'll get this done. We will put the grain in the silo. Now, if we don't use it, we could potentially look at drying it. But it's... Where do we put the dryer? Now, we do have the land up by the butchers. That is ours, so could put it there. Did have a suggestion to put almost a pig holding pen up there as well. So that's a possibility. Chickens are ducks, or ducks are chickens, depending on which way you want to look at it. So we could actually look at getting some ducks as well, because that would be an... Whoa, don't lose the oats. That also, we can put the duck meat through the butchers. So that's another potential idea as well. So that's it for the harvest. So we can put the auger in, close that up. We will put the combine down here, because we'll need to get the header off before we move it. So we'll pop that down here and engine off. Here we go. Where is the fast track? Right, I'll get this tipped and I will see you up at the store when we're going to lease a slurry spreader. So we'll put the store, and it's just disappeared, but contracts on field 112 is complete, so we'll leave that until the worker has properly finished. So what do we want? We want slurry tanks, don't we? Now we've got, let's just have a look how much slurry we have got. 13,725 litres. So ideally we want something big enough to take all that in one go. Not quite. 3 grand. I was going to look at using the Oxbow stuff, but I think maybe not. That's interesting contraption. But I think we're going to go for this one. So I've spoke about these before, but see a lot of these. Quite a few of these near me. There is assuming it's a contracting company that runs several of these in the local area. So we will get hooked up. You'll notice I've turned off at 4-wheel steer as well for being on the road. Trying to learn from my mistake. Go. Super. So we'll get this. That looks a proper rig, doesn't it? At the size of those tyres. Right, we'll get this back down to the yard. We'll get it filled up, and yeah, we'll start spreading some slurry. Well, I've just moved the Massey onto the next field and sort of stopped by this one because I quite like the idea of owning this field. So where are we? We are field 14. How much? Ooh. 244,000, and it's not got the best yield potential, so maybe not. Maybe not. It's a big old field though. It's close to the farm, but yeah. Okay, maybe not then. Maybe we'll leave that one. Bit of a poor yield. Right, let's get back in here, down to the farm. I do love this. It looks pretty good. So, like I say, I'm not expecting to cover the whole field, but at least it makes use of the slurry. Add a trailer. Yeah, right. Let's just slow it down because this thing turns like an absolute barge without the four-wheel steer. And now we need to find the point at where we take the slurry from. Hopefully it's the wall there. Hopefully we haven't got to back in too far. I'm guessing we're going to need to be near the grate. Let's have a look and find out, shall we? I'll have a look. And, yeah. We'll be back shortly. Well, that's actually a pretty cool point that you have to refill, let's say. I like it. Nice and realistic. You know, because that's what it's all about, isn't it, for us? Realism. Or a nod to it, anyway. Right, now, can we get out of here as easily as we got in? Yes, we can. Job's a good one. Right, let's reverse this back a touch. We can hop out and close the gate so we don't get any escapees. Or escape gigs. No. Not feeling that one. Come on. There we go. There we go. Wrong side of the tractor, but never mind. Right, let's get this turned around. Minding the front weight on the building. So we've got a lovely stack of straw there, look. Quite impressed with that, to be fair. And the mineral feed there on the pallets. Right, let's get this. Oh, you can tell that that's a fair old weight. So, we will navigate across the road. Fingers crossed, if we start to... Ooh, at least it's fine. Right, we'll get over here and turn off the beacons and the hazards. We will back up a touch. I can't remember the working width on this thing. So, easy way to do that is... Oh, decent. Okay, spot on. Right, in fact, what we will do is we'll just move that. That will go the other way. We capture everything. We rotate it. Rotate the angle, that is. So spin that way. Going to be a little bit better for us. Right, we will lower. There we go. And turn on. There we go. Look at that. Why is it? Oh, it's hitting the... Already... it's already at the level that it needs to be, which is fine. We may actually get more done than I thought. There we go. Start the turn. Look at that. Probably looks better than it would actually smell. In fact, we will stick that on there. We'll head straight up. Like I say, this is not going to take a long time. I have taken a couple more contracts, but cultivating ones, so the Massey is going to be kept busy. But all this is just to get ourselves a little bit closer, and so we have to use less dry fur or liquid fur when the time comes to plant. Does want mulching, really. So I'll have to sort that out at some point. But I might, you know, get all of this done in one go if... Oh, that's me pressing the wrong button. What a wally. It was all going so well as well today. There we go. Turn it back on. Hopefully we've got enough to get back up this run. Just do that little bit on the left hand side. Actually quite pleased with that. Go. Maybe not. But still, that is pretty good coverage. There we go. I'm pleased with that. That's better than nothing. Quite quick job in the end, actually, that. You know, let's get back out of here. Be slightly trickier. Actually, we did that better than we did getting in. Right, let's park this up. We'll move the combine and the header out the way. And, ooh. Hello, caravan. Go. Leave that there for now. We'll off-hire that later. But for now, we'll shift the combine and the header, grab the baler, and start getting that straw all baled up. First bale dropped. I was just thinking about how lucky I am, really, to live where I do. And I was, you know, driving past that house there, and you think, oh, that's cool, seeing the tractors working and stuff. But I do, you know, it's there's always something going on. There are quite a few farms around me, and they're either, you know, there's always, you can hear the tractors going past and whatnot, and especially around harvest time, there's you know, late at night you'll hear sort of, you hear the it's the tyre noise on the road that you hear. You see the beacons coming and whatnot. But yeah, it's great. Very random train of thought there. But yeah, I've been watching. Oh, work has finished. Been watching Mr. CDP, and he's started a series on Port Farm. He's been having dialogue with Caleb Cooper, and which is pretty cool. And you know, if you're in that position where you've got a celebrity sort of hitting you up, I guess, you would name drop, you know, absolutely. I don't see why people have to hate on it so much. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, it's cool. It's very, very cool. So yeah, he started a series on here now, which was funny because me and Disturbed were talking about me and the other bloke were talking about it last week. I can't remember if it was on camera or off. About how we were wondering if he would do a series, and then yeah, the next day I think he started one, and he was talking about the in-cab, you know, side of it as well, which I thought was really spooky. Does he watch one of our channels? Who knows? But yeah, so I'm enjoying it, the series. I think it's very clever how he uses the multiplayer server to be different farms and to, you know, have the different equipment and the sort of money to do things. So yeah, I like it. I think he's doing a cracking job. Well, he will do, because he's like a proper legend of the game. Yeah, I was in his Discord actually this morning. Someone was praising him and he replied and was, you know, seems a genuine bloke. So yeah. Anyway, enough rambling. Ooh, great demand at garden centre bales. Garden centre bales. Will that show in our stock check? Garden centre bale. No, so let's have a look. I'm guessing it's going to be a bale of some sort. Ah. Garden centre bales, grass conditioned, straw. Let's scroll down to grass side. Weird how you can't see it. Or is it just me? Very, very odd. Very odd. Weird. I don't like the way they do that now. You have to sort of hunt for it. Image, no. Don't know. It used to be blue, didn't it? Or it still is blue, but I just can't see what it's for. Very odd. Anyway, right. Did I see it pop up that, yes, you finished as well. Lovely. So, let's have a quick look at where we can go next. So we've got 3 done. We'll collect on those while we're in the menu. We will go to field 38 next. I think that was just down the road. So I'll get that set up and I'll see you in a minute. The last run on the baling. And we've got not quite enough for another bale, which is full, maybe. Oh, you beauty. Get in. We'll have that. Thank you very much. So we can turn off, and we got 11. 11 bales at, what, 7,500 litres each. So that's not shabby. Now, I've been putting this off, but what I think I'm going to do is grab the... so we'll drop the baler back in the yard. We will grab the trailer and the telehandler. We'll get the bale fork on. Oh, I bought a bale fork. There we go. The last of the big spenders. 900 quid on a bale fork. So let's get this folded up. We will put this away, get the bale trailer on, and grab the telehandler, and we'll get the bales collected off of the fields. Just because then they're all cleared, ready to be planted again in the next couple of months. That can stay there. Right, I'll grab the bale trailer and I will see you in one of the fields. Not sure which one yet, but I think we're probably going to do this semi-automatically, I guess. We'll see. Right, back in a second. Well, we're giving this a whirl completely manually. It may turn out to be a complete disaster. But if we're steady and strap as we go, which is, I find, to be the key. There we go, get as close as we can. And drop them off in one go. There we are. Can you hear the concentration? Yeah, I just thought, why not? Give it a whirl, that's not too bad. We haven't got too many to do in this field. So the way I try to do it, and that Massey is racing through that field. I know it's not a massive one, but that's what she said. So I grab one and then get it down next as close as I can to another. There we go. And then pick them up in one go and load them up. That way at least then, fingers crossed, there we go, contract finished on field 38. At least this way they are as close as you can get to the other ones on the trailer. There we go. Nudge forward a touch. Get them lowered down and off. Get the straps on. There we go. Job's a good one. Right, I'll do a couple more and I'll see you shortly. The last one, he says, just having a quick check. Yeah, last one for this field. So we've started going up another level. Now, top tip, if you're trying to load the one, get it so that the tines don't go into the other bale. Just makes it that little bit easier to drop off, I find anyway. You're not fighting the other bale that's already locked into position. So we'll grab that strap there. That's that done. And we can then get this into some sort of transport mode and head to what was the wheat field, and we'll grab the bales from there as well. There we go. Do like this class telehandler. I mean, they're all pretty much of a muchness, but this is, I don't know, quite like it. It's a bit different. I don't think I've used one. He says, racking his brains. Right, so we'll leave that there. We can turn the beacon off. And we'll grab the... Oh, Massey's done. Right. Grab the old JCB. And we'll head around and position ourselves in the field. Ready to fill this trailer up. That is looking pretty neat, I have to say so myself. I am pushing my luck ever so slightly, in the sense that this will hold, was it 24? Got 4, 8, 12, 16 on there already. So yeah, we may, what we might have to do is leave them on the trailer for a bit. Don't think we're going to need the trailer just yet. But then saying that, mind you, we could leave the silage. But what I'm thinking is we're going to need to do another cut of silage at some point. But by then we might just sell the bales. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. There's no need to make a decision now. But yeah, my point is, when if I wanted to unload them easier, I could just auto load them onto the trailer, and then obviously we can auto unload then. But if there's too many, it might get a little bit messy. So we'll see how we get on. Right, there's a strap there. Yes, lovely. It's reasonably therapeutic when it goes right. Like anything, I suppose, really. But yeah, I do quite enjoy it. I think it doesn't hurt every now and again to have a bit of a practice and keep the old eye in. And this is actually going relatively well. I think you just have to take your time. It's like Okay. Come on. There we go. Obviously a bit more tricky with brown bales because they do have the potential to clear off and roll away, but yeah, so far so good. What we'll do is when we've got these two on, we'll reposition the trailer. There we go. And like I say, strapping on as you go is, for me, vital. Right, let's get into the JCB. We will shift this down here, and yeah, we'll crack on and finish clearing the field. The last 3 bales to do, and they should all fit nicely on the top row. Fingers crossed. Been brave and not strapped those two on. Purely because as they're in the middle, they shouldn't. Famous last words. Shouldn't fall off. Now, a bit of a difference in the height of the bales there, so hopefully, there we go. Right, I'm not going to push my luck, so we want that one. No, we don't. Want that one. We want that one. That one. There. I'm genuinely pleased with that. Whilst I remember, thank you very much to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Do appreciate all of you. I think that is the last bale. Look at that look. I'm not going to say anything just in case I jinx it, but I think you know what I'm getting at. There we go. Now, by no means is this going to set any records for the fastest bale stacking. We'll leave that to others, but I'm genuinely pleased with that. And I think on that high, that is where we're going to leave it for today. So, thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.